Where am I? Oh, okay. I'm at Free Market Station, so I need... Actually, there might be a quest that I'm missing here.
Part of our crew.
Lose a piece of jewelry? If somebody who looks like me sold you an engine that exploded, that was
If I ever see you around here again, I'll say thanks.
Thanks for visiting Free Market Station. The pleasure is all ours.
Okay, I already opened that. I already looted that.
Buy from me? Please?
So much to learn here, you know? Thought of Prudence as a neighbor back then. Like she would just ride around like believed everything she said.
If you've a tooth pain, you know who to visit.
My gear has the fewest holes out of Auntie's choice. If you're in need of sprucing up the old, I got rags. You need coveralls, we got coveralls.
People are saying good things about you.
Not to brag, but I'm kind of a chill guy.
Their team plays the worst anyone has ever played.
Like
Error. Our first back is perfect. Our pitch ball is well played.
Protect your loved ones, protect yourself. Look, tell me what you need. Can do. If you lost it, I'm selling it.
Just some chill guys. That guy's been puking nonstop. Whoa.
Any friend of the libations or information? What's your poison? If you were if their identities somehow got out, always. For example, aside from me, he may stay so long as he doesn't cause real strife.
Thanks for the help.
You got it, fucko. Oh, whoa. Is that a dead guy? Oh no, he's just in a rough spot. Nope.
Greetings again. You may have... Behold.
I'll take it. Booty. Arr, 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 arr. Always after your booty.
Nothing to fear from me, friend. Honor among thieves.
Wahoo. Now I need to go open some of those rifts. So we're gonna go back to the oldest map, which is Eden. Oh, Cloister's new.
Let us make our way to Paradise Island. My blood boils at the Consul's gall. Overtaking the Sovereign at this most vulnerable time for the Protectorate. He will pay 1,000 times for this treachery. Any fool enough to stand beside him will fall as well. Justice will spare. Certainly. I consider myself an Virgil and I are just as close as any blood-related set of individuals. He is a true and able ally. One to be relied upon in almost any circumstance. We make extremely effective compatriots. Where I am swift to action, Virgil often contemplates his deeds before they come to pass. I fear this war favors myself more than him. It's a shame there may only be one supreme arbiter. I would enjoy continuing to work beside Virgil. But alas, it is not to be.
The Supreme Arbiter. How is it being a fucking
Quite
kooky?
well. I am able to uphold justice wherever it may flag. Bolstered, of course, by your steady support. Was there more in this vein you wish to discuss?
You sound like an AI right now, you sick son of a bitch.
She taught me all that I know. Her teaching style was stern, but enlightening. If ever I erred, she would teach me to avoid making such a mistake in the future. Though she did not raise me from infancy, I was brought into her tutelage quite early. I spent a great deal of my life looking up
She
to
was like
her.
his mom
Her
dog.
death weighs leaden on my shoulders. We must find her killer and bring them to justice, lest justice in Arcadia truly fall to ruin.
So it has to be Tristan. Oops. Fuck. That's annoying. At least I get to see these cool fucking loading screens. I have not gotten sick of them yet. Alright, we need to turn off Niles. Turn on Tristan. Oops. Fucking little guys. Nice. Oh wait, any rifts nearby first? Yeah, there is one. These guys are probably respawned. Hopefully they're permadead. Oh yeah, I remember this rift. It's like right on top of this trailer. I don't know what it did. Oh, it made a bridge. No! Okay.
Please seek treatment for
Damn it.
bodily trauma.
Getting my shit kicked in by gravity. I guess I have no trauma kits. No, I have 10. Gonna solve this stupid bloody fucking puzzle. How does this work? Okay. I think I see a way. Just fucking mash. Shrink ray. What? It only does 7 damage. Magazine size 666. That's a little fucking on the nose. That'll be fun to keep in the back pocket. Let's put that on. Fucking shrinky dinks. Wicked. So the riffs are down. One more riff right over here. It'll be easier to go from here. What? The Goomerang. Fires a barrage of wacky goo blobs that bounce. Does solid damage. That seems like it could be very fun. Okay. Let's knock out this doofus's side quest.
Stop right there, Arbiter Rao. Though I am here on official business, I would prefer to keep this cordial. The Consul seeks answers related to your recent activities. I approach you openly, in the hopes that you will comply with his request, and come with me peaceably.
What do you blather about? Delay me and you will pay the price. Not only do I have more pressing business with a colleague, but I do not answer to sentinels or the Consul.
Your friend is wise. I constructed a message that drew you here. Virgil shall not be arriving.
Virgil's not coming, you say? Curious. And here I was thinking I was already present.
Virgil, touting your flair for the dramatic, even now I see. But I fear our reunion must wait until we've dealt with this pawn of the console.
I had not expected a third party, but it is so much the better. I'm afraid you must come with me as well, Arbiter Montag.
A sentinel demanding anything of me? What madness! Neither Tristan nor I shall accompany you anywhere. Any attempts to force us shall be met with violent reprisal. I'm sure he only told you such a thing to lower your guard. This fool impersonated my credentials, triggering a system alert that led me here.
It was a necessary deception, and one not undertaken lightly. Its aim was to draw your colleague here without bloodshed, for I know he would not have arrived at my request.
Your explanation does not pull my heartstrings, Sentinel. Yet you at least had the sense not to assail us outright. Surrender, and perhaps you may yet live.
You may not believe me, but I have much admiration for the work you and Arbiter Montag have done for the Protectorate. I've no wish to fight.
This guy has total fuckboy style.
In this war. Come willingly and peaceably, I beseech you. Both Arbiter Rao and Arbiter Montag were explicitly requested to return to Praetor by the Consul, alongside all other Arbiters some months ago. Refusal without reason is treasonous.
And I'm sure that if we went, we would have been returned whole, neither interrogated nor mentally refreshed. As if your master's nefarious agenda would allow that.
I've no inkling of what you speak. My only master is the Protectorate. My only agenda, the return of peace throughout Arcadia.
This guy's really not bad, he's just brainwashed.
Very well. But be warned, I'm not exactly trained in the art of improvisation. We'll need a very good reason for my not answering the Consul's summons.
You don't look like a scientist.
I'm sure you've heard the rumors that our foodstuffs have been 2% less nutritious than in the past. We seek to rectify this most worrisome factoid.
I see. It would appear I misjudged this situation after all. I must reinterpret my orders. Accosting you illegally and the subsequent punishment would be mortifying.
So he's chosen not to attack, but the situation has not changed. We spare him, his master gains another tool to cover up the Supreme Arbiter's death.
What are you talking about? I do not seek to hide the Supreme Arbiter's death. I seek to find her killer. Such was next on my list of duties, after I apprehended you.
This is all clearly a tactic on the Consul's behalf. By sending out his agents, he seeks to deflect suspicion from himself. That is, if our compatriot here speaks true.
What must you think of me, or my fellow Sentinels, that you'd even suggest I'd lie to Arbiters? I'm not the one positing scurrilous accusations about our beloved Consul. But you needn't take me at my word. My next assignment was to investigate the Oculus collating post. A hidden room there may contain information pertinent to the investigation. I cannot speak to its purpose, only that it is strange and worthy of investigation.
Or it is yet another falsity, intended to draw us close.
It's a risk worth taking. I can endure whatever the Consul sends my way, and if there is a minute...
I'm pleased to be of service, in some manner or another. Protectorate subjects should aid one another. If you had not interrupted me, I would have committed a terrible injustice upon my brethren. If I am to be punished for my fail, I will take my leave of the lot of you, and in peace. It is my sincere hope that circumstances are as you...
I shall follow him out, just to certify he intends to act. That's done with. He left peaceably, as he said. Though I have my...
That was some impressively savvy improvisation before, Commander. Without you, circumstances would have certainly devolved into a battle to the death.
I'll spare you my doubts for the umpteenth time, Tristan. I just hope the risk is worthwhile.
I appreciate your caution, but it is quite unnecessary. My comrade and I will look into Oculus collating post. I do. It's important to follow whatever lead. I regret we've not had more time to talk.
Worry not. I'm certain we'll have plenty of time to converse when you've finished. I have several leads of my own to pursue, as a matter of fact. I shall make certain no other...
I've only visited Oculus collating post a handful of times, and that was long before its deprecation. But something is to be found there.
Hardcore. Alright. That's all quests on this map and all rifts. Slowly, I'm 100%ing each section. Oh. You know what, let me hit the workshop real quick. You know what, let me see if any mods will apply to these new guns I've got. It's a shotgun. I can probably make a mod. Just triple barrel doesn't work. It'll probably be trench shotgun mods. Oops. I turned around. We're gonna go... just my two most powerful. Where's the rifts? I know there's one down here. Yeah, it's this way.
Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity to your nearest station warden.
Hee. Look how tiny. Oh no! He fucking wonked out. Tragic. This is nifty. Feedback cannon. I've been playing Donkey Kong Bonanza. I keep wanting to do a pulse to find objects. Is there really nothing up here? That's very lame. Can't be. Oh yeah, it was that stupid gun. Well, it's weaker than dog piss. The view is nice. Oh, I've been here. Okay. Now, this one. Let's see. Try our new nicotine hot dogs. I would buy that. Bite into a nicotine flavored hot dog. Nice. Oh no. You gotta go through the building. Thought it would just be a casual jump.
Before it can become everything.
Oh, there it is. A little too dangerous. There's a few rifts. Oh, I'm really out of food.
You are dying, which is not advised at this time.
Cool. Okay, that's the end goal. You got Ziranium eyes. Yeah, you got Ziranium eyes. I'm gonna have to buy some food. Woo! Let's check out the new minigun. Doesn't have a DPS. Feel like I've got to try it.
Going out of sight. Ready to take the heat off, Commander. Just say when.
Health benefits available at your request.
No target. Appreciate a little help, Commander. Knew you had my back. Let's get them over with.
Alright, it's fun, but it's not very effective. How have I never came here? Okay, did those. Okay, I did that one. One more over here. Damn, 3 of them. That's fun. Okay. So there's a few things I can do. Okay. I'm gonna knock out Virgil's quest first, but let's get here.
Let's try this again, Rao. Auntie is bringing the free market to Arcadia. The free market is what allows anyone to choose their path in life. And the free market is good.
Free market? Ah, preposterous. If it were free, anyone could take what they wished at it.
Oh wow, I just love these plants. Oculus. Looks a lot like Horizon Point Station.
This ship is certainly quaint. The grease stains and thrice retrofitted pipes give one the thrilling impression that the ship might burst into flames at any moment. I
No, that's
suppose
right.
there's something charming about its lived-in nature. Nevertheless, I have availed myself of the ship's cleaning supplies. Unsightliness is an enemy as sure as any other. Certainly, I consider myself an open tone.
Alright, let's go, nerd. So I gotta take Tristan. Valerie kinda sucks.
I recall this place. These stations have been automated since my day, though this one has certainly accrued dust. Odd that it would be in a state of lockdown. I have a general override that should allow us entry, but anything specific to local systems, including security systems, may be beyond me.
Well, leave it to me then, please.
These security measures should not be operational, and the station seems to be on reserve power. We'd best tread carefully. Is here, lying in ambush. Perhaps some stray systemic error activated the entryway defenses. We best first report to... It seems our intelligence was correct. There's clearly a door here, and I would hazard that we'll be able to... Oh, we should make sure that... Let us go.
Okay.
Is that a footprint in the dust? This station shouldn't have received visitors in years. Be on guard. Someone else may be here.
There is someone here. I can see him. Idiot.
My passcode shall not work on this terminal. Unlocking it may be a creative endeavor. Good effort lifting the lockdown. We may now reactivate the station in the reactor room.
So this place would have been swarming with robots if I didn't deactivate all the security. The shitters. Someone left a can of meat in here.
The reactor activation circuits shall likely be dysfunctional. It's a known issue with these old stations. Let me look. Corroded transistors, dust in the actuator. Did a sprat gnaw on this? Sweet sovereign, what a mess. There. I think I have it. Let us hope my override does not trigger any security alerts.
It will. Because you mentioned it.
Good. This should avail us of a much simpler circuit. Let us return to the central room once more and see if anything seems out of place.
Ready to waste it on your command. Look at the combat. Up two. Over here. Three hole in the head.
Well, the robots are a threat still.
I cannot say I have had to search for a hidden switch in a protectorate holding before. Keep watch. It could be rather small.
Oh.
I'm certain of movement below.
Passcode is limber. No. Let's try amulet. No. Wingtip. No. Sovereign's gavel. I should remember this. Damn it. Oh! Wait. Oh, no.
Stay whatever fool words you ready in your defense, for they shall avail you not. I accuse you of trespassing upon the private domain of the Sovereign. For these crimes... Wait, I know you. Luther Okada? What in blazes are you doing here? And why do you wear a Sub Rosa uniform?
Because I work for Sub Rosa? More than that, I don't think I can say, Cadet Rao. Mostly because I'm not supposed to, but also because I can't remember.
I knew this man when I was still a cadet. Okada is, or was, a petty troublemaker, though a crafty one. As cadets, Virgil and I apprehended him often. Sometimes...
Often enough to know the technicians by name.
This truly is no ploy. But meant despite his faults, the Okada I knew was ultimately benign. But the fact remains that he now trespasses in a secure facility. Duty dictates that I must execute him. That's a wise path. One that...
Arbiter used the word execute in the last few seconds, yet I remain alive? Didn't think that was possible. I was sent here to do a specific job, but some of the details are hazy. Gives me conniptions. I was hired by an anonymous third party. They provided me with the station's location and credentials to bypass its defenses. I was told the station was abandoned, which it clearly isn't, and to break into this terminal and delete the information on it. That is all I know. Well, I'm surprised.
Ignorance does not excuse criminal action. Even if you did not know the severity of this infiltration, it remains a deadly serious infraction.
He and the other one must have put me away close to 12 times each.
Ne'er-do-well is a polite term. He was a repeat malefactor. I believe...
I got 18 months of hard labor for that. Served me right.
That's interesting, but it must be false. Sub Rosa is a large organization.
I didn't used to be like this. I can still sneak with the best of them. Not being able to remember doesn't make me...
Any of my fellow arbiters would have killed you before this conversation began. But I can't decide whether to disdain or pity you. I don't know that I can. He is a trespasser. His slipping mind matters not. I am familiar with the concept, but in the Protectorate, intent matters little. Manslaughter still results in death. Sedition can happen unconsciously, just as it may consciously. A hyperbolic example. Although I suppose if it happened... Though this is hardly the place for a discussion about Protectorate law, I do at least see your point. My duty dictates it. Killing Okada may not affect the one who hired him, but his trespass is an indelible fact. He should not be here. That doesn't mean anything. An arbiter cannot trespass. And even if I could, were the situation different, perhaps I could look the other way. But Okada has clearly defected, and is thus not afforded such a luxury. No. I've seen firsthand what occurs when criminals and traitors are allowed to flourish at the Protectorate's expense. Luther Okada!
If I must die...
That's at an end, it would seem. Let us see what remains on the terminal he was so... The hint pertaining to the passcode on that terminal, I believe I know the answer. It is contained in a phrase the Supreme Arbiter drilled into our heads for many years. Our work at the refugee camp did not slake your investigative hunger? I doubt you. For myself, the Supreme Arbiter, and Virgil especially. Ah, you've got the spirit exactly. An Arbiter's gavel is judgment, and an Arbiter's scalpel is a... I warned you when we initially agreed to travel together that I would need to follow my principles in certain circumstances. I hope you understand my doing so.
You confused a guy who was tripping balls.
It doesn't matter how lost and confused Okada may have appeared. It was his decision to join forces with the enemies of the Protectorate, and today he reaped the... Let us return to the matter at hand. From that terminal, it sounds... To what end, I wonder? The tone of her response... And that feckless agent. I don't understand his aim or who he would be working for. Only the Consul. But the Protectorate does not ally itself with Sub Rosa. I couldn't imagine the Consul pinning his duties on someone so clearly out of sorts as a... Well, at least we found what we needed on the Supreme Arbiter's terminal. I wish I could take more solace in Okada's death. Alas. I already said my piece on that, and I do not regret killing him. Rather, that there are still other enemies of the Protectorate. Altogether, I think visiting this station was fruitful for my ultimate task. Hopefully we'll grow... And, circumstances aside, I appreciate your accompanying me here, Commander.
Nice chunk of bits.
It would appear our next stop is Praetor, specifically Central Control. I look forward to traveling there, once you've sufficiently prepared. No. The Sentinel worked on the Consul's behalf. I do note that the agent... Excellent.
Need to break down some things. Let's see. Killed quite a few of those guys. That's actually hella good. Might consider switching that out. I'm gonna keep all my mods. Nasty. I have 2 companion quests to finish on this place.
Let us make our way to central control forthwith.
We're gonna take Tristan and Marisol. I like Marisol, she's a cool character. Okay. So there's a rift over there that I should go check out. Oh yeah, I remember there's like a thing over here. This.
That contraption. It's another one of those communication devices the cultists use to coordinate their butchery.
More cultist dreck. Wonderful. I presume this is another communication device.
Hmm.
More cultist dreck. Wonderful.
That
Oh, this is for Aza, not
it's
for
another one of
Marisol.
those communication devices.
Whoops. Well, let's go do that real quick. Incognito. Sucks because Marisol's the one I really want to upgrade.
Our device is there. Finally! Maybe now I can get to the truth of this kill order nonsense. I just need to check our comms device for a coded message from my old acquaintance, Severin.
Severin Shorts.
I knew it! He wants to help me find out who's behind this. I sent a reply telling...
So a few of them want to go to Cloister now. Thankfully, I already took out everyone at Central Control. I'm sure they might respawn some. Yeah, I never minded taking out these Sentinel fuckers.
Smells like paint and agitated dust. Renovations, I surmise. That elevator over there goes to the Supreme Arbiter's old office. I hope the technicians have kept it in working order. I believe what we need is on that terminal. I'll see if I can find my way in.
I believe I've already looted this place to shit. Yeah, I did.
Did you hear that? I think something may have unlocked. I think this may unlock the terminal, but the toggle mechanism appears compromised. I shall hold it. You attempt to gain access to the machine.
Consul Thoreau, I'm sure you're surprised to be receiving this message, and thus I can assume you already know my intent. Even considering aligning myself against the Sovereign is like sticking my hand in boiling oil. Yet my dead charges spur me forward. 10 scores of Arcadia's finest. At least 10 scores. died in defense of Golden Ridge. And does the region lie in our control? No. We fled like sprats, all at Varric's behest. I shall lower myself to work with you, Consul. I will help you uphold your plan to... Hold... What in blazes? How long have you been standing there? What did you hear?
I cannot believe what I heard. I cannot.
Believe it, nerd.
My mentor isn't a turncoat. She must have intended something else. My mentor hated the consul and was deeply devoted to the sovereign. She'd never speak thus, unless she was trying to lure the consul into a trap.
That seems like a lot of work to go through just to flatten someone's head with one of those giant hammers.
What I'm proposing is eminently plausible. It may be beyond you to see her machinations, but it's obvious to me that this is merely an intricate play. It's all that makes sense. It's not obvious to me. You... Wait.
Arbiter Rao, I finally got you. Submit quietly to the Protectorate's justice for your manifold transgressions.
Are you insane? Who are you? And on whose authority do you claim to judge me?
My name is Junior
Look how
Arbiter
pissed
Mayhall,
Tristan
and
gets.
I operate on Arbiter Mandate, as you did once. Now, no questions. This is already going to be difficult enough.
It's logical. The Sentinels have all but taken over central control. It stands to reason the few Arbiters still trained here would only be Sentinels in armored regalia.
I cannot deny that central control has changed, but... What am I saying?
Enough! This has been an unpleasant day and my patience is gone.
They're far from baseless. You stand accused of abandoning your post, of infiltrating Protectorate facilities with opaque aims, and of hampering the Protectorate war effort. There's no discussion to be had with criminals. I needed to see firsthand that Arbiter Rao had abandoned his station. He has, and must meet my judgment.
These accusations of yours are slander. If you believe false bravado shall save you from my wrath, you're sorely mistaken. That question would have been easier prior to our traveling together. I shall speak plainly. But duty dictates I answer her accusations earnestly. As I have not done wrong, her accusations are slander, and therefore must be punished. Hardly. She could not remind me of myself, for were I in her place, I would know better than to accost my superiors. I have been taught to uphold justice by any means necessary. The junior are... Her accusations are grave enough to be answered with violence. But I understand why. I don't like thinking thus. It toes the line of traitorism. But the alternative is the judgment of one I believe to be...
What is this insanity? I would never imagine an Arbiter balking from their chosen course. I had hoped Arbiter Rao. I may not wish to judge him. I may not understand what has come over him. It is of no consequence. His crimes against the Protectorate...
He was simply doing his duty, just as you or I must every day. Killing him would have been wrong, even though attempting to arrest me was a criminal act.
That's even worse than I thought. You chose not to do your duty and expect...
The Supreme Arbiter taught me to follow my own sense of justice. And I have. Use your mind. Think about what I did. What you intend to do. Is this moral? Is this right?
What of it?
Ironic. You came here to judge me for... I chose to investigate the Supreme Arbiter's death on my own. You chose to investigate my departure on your own. You seek to judge me for the very crime you are guilty of.
That's impossible. I refuse to believe we both could be guilty if we were simply following what we were taught. There's no protocol for following one's heart. Consider my hand stayed. I can see that judging Tristan would only rob the Protectorate of another of its servants. It seems I must...
It would appear we're in agreement. Neither of us shall...
Ever known an Arbiter to lose their taste for blood?
So, what course of action do we take now?
Are you not gonna hug?
Well, that would be very unusual.
Come now, Commander. No easier way to slip a blade between chinks in the armor than close physical proximity. I'm surprised.
Truly, I would never have fallen for such a base suggestion.
She kind of wants to hug him.
I shall have a better idea of wisdom to impart once I've gotten to the bottom of everything.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're still confused once everything calms...
The dilemmas facing us are
She said hit me up later.
Two arbiters can decipher alone, unfortunately. But I suppose I'll...
right.
She kind of has a crush on him. That's funny.
That altercation peaceably. Robbing Arcadia of an enthusiastic recruit would have given me little joy.
You say that, but I've seen the way you smile when you kill. Oh, sorry, dispense.
You know, I'd even venture to say she reminded me just a little of myself as a lad.
Were you as annoying as her?
I think that's uncalled for, Commander. Find me a well-adjusted youth, and I'll show you someone who just hasn't hit their awkward stage as of yet. All this excitement did not make me forget the confession on the Supreme Arbiter's terminal. I have to bring it to Virgil. Together, we can discover exactly what transpired. Have you lived all your life within the Protectorate? I refuse to question the Supreme Arbiter, just as Virgil will know what to make of this. He'll... Together we'll figure out...
I touched a sore spot. I love that you can just take the elevator without them and see them sadly walking towards you. Then they teleport in. Who gives a shit? How do we get out of this hellhole? Well, I know it's not this way. This is like too deep. I swear there's like a room down here that I haven't been allowed to access. Let's try. Let me see if there's any space just above it. So it would be just across from where the stairs end. No. There's nothing. Nice. Joe Tigre is on the quest line. Alright, a few of them wants to go to... Guess that quest line's on a pause. So she wants to go to Cloister, Laplace's garden. Oh, what a great fucking game, honestly. I'm so deep into it, and I gotta say I'm not sick of it yet. It's still very fun. They throw a few new enemies, they throw a few new weapons every new planet. Some of the weapons are pretty creative and fun. Even if they're not the most combat effective, they're fun to see. Fun to see. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Thankfully I have robot arms.
Moment of your time, Commander.
Yes.
Remember that matter on Cloister I mentioned earlier? Well, since we might be hard to believe, but 20 or so odd years ago, I made a mistake. That's where the error occurred, I believe. Others judged it such. For many years now, a former colleague of mine's been in a remote spot called Reasons Pass, on account of my decision. Hardly. Quite the opposite, in fact. Her research was unconventional, surely. She was as well. I think with both, we could inquire away. I may.
I can just fire her. Alright, we're gonna take Marisol out for a spin. I guess Aza has a quest here to do too. Say Ice World, huh? Fuck it, let's check out what's in what's in this little cave.
What could possibly be keeping the repair personnel so long? Oh, greetings.
by any chance, did you happen to encounter the repair personnel I dispatched to Resistor Bank 2789B12? Our new JTY-1030 resistor banks are built with enough durability to suffer through a tremendous amount of misuse. But the misuse is causing moisture uptake, which causes the resistors to give off more heat. I'm sure you can observe that the problem is cyclical in nature. I don't suppose you'd be willing to aid me in fixing... It's down in the valley just southwest of the... Ursopods in the long term. I loathe that. For now, our actions may... Oh, this... I'll mark the... If you find...
I like the order. They're just total dweebs. Okay. Aza's quest is closest. Say I'm gonna do her quest first.
This weather is quite conducive for cooling the archive, and unconducive for me feeling my things.
I always love a bit of parkour platform. This is just better Bethesda, to be honest with you. Although I do complain that the characters are a little flavorless. A lot of them are pretty bland.
I find your proposed time leisure. Unaccountably so.
But, you know, you strike me as someone with a very
Happy to
small
chat for
body of
0.07
publishing.
seconds. Oh, time's up. Bye.
Have you at least determined the cause of the
These temporary indignities of the body are nothing contrasted to the Order's future. Keep those eyes open, soldiers! Hold. We're presently observing a ceasefire with Auntie's choice, but its duration may be subject to sudden reversal. Would hate for you to get caught in any crossfire. Gathering data on the enemy's movements and behavior. Blizzards raise the degree of difficulty, but that's our problem, not yours. Cloister has been a difficult front, and losing the archive, first to the invaders and now to the Protectorate. If you're looking for a way to help us out, I recommend heading to Laplace's garden. Follow this path and you can't miss it. Only the finest place on this ice ball. Words aren't sufficient to capture its many quality attributes. Best you observe it. Avalanche collapsed part of the tunnel to the garden, so the safest path is along the cliffside here. Mind your step.
Before we head to the archive, perhaps we should entreat the Order or Auntie's choice for aid against the Protectorate defenses. Sound to be rather formidable.
Lovely day for differential geometry.
Cause trouble, and I will school you, chapter and verse.
Exploring is fun. Treasure.
Did you receive your personalized order prediction yet?
Please keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
This is the first one I've received since deployment.
Honestly, the ones you get in the field are lifesavers. I would have been dead 3 times over without mine.
Oh, that does set my mind at ease. Now, let's see. Mine says, don't consume tea this morning.
You already consumed this morning's tea, haven't you?
Use caution as you progress. Try not to deviate from the norm.
I don't know why gears always appear yellow to me. Hey, it's you.
Heard that rift near the archive. Halt! The Oracle Laureate sent ahead to expect someone matching your description. However, he said nothing about admitting questionable allies. Cultist. Agitators are not permitted inside Laplace's garden. Your companion will have to wait outside.
How'd you like to find your insides waiting outside?
I find that an improbable outcome were we to engage in violent conflict. Laureate Beckett did impress the importance of not delaying you. Very well.
They tried to ban my weirdo companion. To be fair, they are in a weird ass cult.
I have a message for you. Oh,
A cultist and her extremely...
No, that won't be... On behalf of the Order of the Ascendant, and her impermeable wisdom, the presiding bishop Ruth Bassar. The presiding bishop is presently indisposed, but I've been instructed to direct you to the Artificer Laureate for whatever pressing matter has brought you to the garden. She's working in Belvedere Hall's secondary courtyard. Enter the large building at the top of the mesa ahead and follow the first hall on your right. Oh, yes. The vicar did ask me to direct you to him. How positively forget. The Artificer Laureate is head of the Department of Applied Scientism, overseeing the Oh no, not at all. The presiding bishop routinely Of course, she does seem to be logging more hours in the Chamber of Lay. The rest of the Laureate Council is capable of... Look around you. I don't see a battlefield. Do you? I'm quite sure I don't know what refugees you're referring to. I fear our conversation has drifted from its central... Can I help answer any other queries for you? Belvedere Hall used to serve primarily as the garden's hub for all manner of research, instruction, and study. A beacon on the... Since the Order's forced dispossession of Spirton and the Archive, many spaces within the hall have been repurposed to serve... Which is to say, please excuse our mess. We're still remote. May all your
Nice. Sounds like I leveled up. Alright, that was a hard choice.
Is it just me? Or does something seem... Oh, never mind.
I'm cutting you off there, Charles. That's your third conviction. Welcome to the CAF integration point. Will it be caffeine or convictions? Convictions are statements which promote personal and professional... Interested? Before I can administer your conviction, I need to ask you a question. In what area of your life do you feel you need the most improvement? Personal or professional? Expand on that for me. One day soon, you will evolve beyond an inappropriate attachment to material possessions, and at last be free to acquire that which most eludes you. Wisdom. Good. Never forget that you are a valuable factor in the universal equation and necessary to advance. Now then, a brief conversation is customary following the initial service. I haven't... Come now. Don't tell me you haven't noticed our particular strength. I can only imagine how odd such an abundance of tranquility and friendliness must seem when contrasted with, well, especially in the middle of a war. And so near active fighting.
You know, you get a physical impression of a scientician. Did you grow up near one of our settlements? Have a few years of order training?
I'm quite sure I don't know what you mean.
Oh, I understand you may technically count as a member, but there's a perfunctory element to your articulation. You don't believe in the plan, and you're clearly up to something. She sized you up almost immediately, Commander. Been softly probing you for information. I clocked her the first moment she opened her mouth. Appreciate that. I spent decades undercover with only self-affirmations to assuage my vacillating morale. Well, do I have to shoot up the place? Or will you come clean immediately?
By the architect, keep your voice down, please. Even if what you say is true, this isn't a conversation best had amidst present company. Let's talk somewhere more private. Behind the CAF integration point.
Oh, hello. Welcome to CAF integration point. Oh, she's a real top-of-class type. Smart, but also patient. Illicit? I'm not sure I understand your meaning. Ooh. Anyway, I'd hate to waste any more of your free study. Certainly. Here you are. Please imbibe responsibly. Oh, is this another? I could spend all day exposit. Apologies. But my colleague, Persephone, Miss Doyle.
Let me see if I can find any dirt first. I'm doing good on ammo, actually. Yeah.
How pleased are you with the garden in its current state? Please, try...
I have nothing to say. Unless you want to discuss the inverse of the plank.
Agitate here often?
In which case, I'll talk your ear off.
The shitter. Certainly she hides secrets here. What up, you weird bitch?
You must be curious why I asked for such a discreet rendezvous. Kill you? When we're only just getting to know one another? On the contrary, I need your help proving I have adequate reason to believe the Order is conducting a mass experiment on the population of Laplace's garden. The Order is not cultivating its perfect, plan-abiding society through careful ideological pruning, as the laureates would have you believe. It's, put bluntly, they're regulating the emotions of everyone in Laplace's garden through drugs in the water supply. Moderate your volume, please! No one here is an... The Order claims the subjects here supposedly consented to participate, but it was begun prior to the schism. Regardless, if the Order has made some kind of pharmaceutical breakthrough, imagine how useful it might be to certain parties to know about it in advance. I represent a group of information traders who would pay well to get their hands on a sample of this drug. So you've heard of us? Good. My primary task has been to watch the Order. But I'm confident my superiors would agree. Physical proof is of far greater value than mere rumor. No. This is about control. Everything is. Most see this as a war of survival. But what everyone's really fighting for is it follows that a drug capable of suppressing discontent could also be used to nothing nefarious, if that's the needle in your conscience. We only mean to study. I know that must read as terribly vague to you, but I'm not at liberty to provide more detail than that. Well, I'm not asking you to do something an honest person would. Think of this as a business transaction, if that eases your mind. All you need to do is enter water reconditioning and collect a sample of the drug. I believe they call it perspective. Watch the guards patrol before making your way into the facility. If worst comes to worst, I wager Laureate Beckett also has a keycard on him. Lately, he's been sitting near the fountains, performing his silly little breathing exercises. Whatever you do, be discreet. I can't have any laureates asking questions about me. Understood? It's too diluted by the time it enters circulation. I need the unfiltered drug, which is only accessible to those working in water reconditioning. Outside of work, I have, let's call it an alternative inventory. You'll have to pay, of course, but I'm sure I have something that'll make your job a little easier. And I'd like to offload some of this merch.
What a lamentable... I remember the days when Laplace's garden... Now look at it. The fountain in disrepair, pedagogy in the park. Imagine if your life depended on a surgeon. Nevertheless, one must I knew you had a knowledgeable... There's a panel just here. And so there was light. My sincerest thanks. I will be sure to extol your virtues to the laureates the next time.
We helped the homies out.
Test your hypothesis elsewhere.
A second makeup exam will not be off.
Explosives.
So I hope you studied the...
Shh! If I'm caught talking during this makeup exam, and is there something wrong with the air recyclers? Oh, good. Can't believe my future in the Order will be decided by an understanding of... My vision's gone a bit fuzzy, but the exam... You asked! I'm already I'm sure My vision's gone a bit fuzzy, but the exam's right here on the monitor. Have a look. I'm sure I'd recover my...
Oh, I don't have the knowledge. Sorry.
I can tell we have little crossover of interests.
Smart researchers patronize the scientician's surplus. Quality goods at algorithmically determined prices.
I like stealing things. It's quite enjoyable and neat.
Every day. The operating theater is not conducting viewing dissections at this time. That is not an invitation to return to your study. But I trust you are here for a reason other than to discuss scalpel happy, obviously. Do you think we drink unfiltered snow melt? I'm quite sure I have no knowledge of what you're talking about. Are you feeling all right? Paranoia can be an early symptom of several more serious disease. Apologies. Is there anything else I can assist you with? That is best answer.
Whoa, bruh. I need to sell some shit. Immediately. The minigun kinda sucks balls.
I hope you have something challenging. It doesn't change.
Strange to see all this vacant space after the overcrowding at Matriarch's Mercy. Plenty of room for refugees here. If only the Order administrants got their act together.
Teach you remedial calculus. You have no verifiable right to be here. What is with the anomalous behavior?
It looks like if I had something else, liquid tracer.
How did your hypothesis about the flowers fare?
Exposing them to melodic sound waves on a consistent basis did affect improvements on their overall quality.
And you controlled for the amount of carbon dioxide expelled from their mouth during these musical sequences?
Nice. Let me check my weapons. I've got a shotgun and a launcher. Damn it. Oh, the reflex sight. So I need a launcher barrel. So I could just give this to her, but I feel like I need to look around more. Because if I can find that other component.
For pity's sake, is it the pump? Industrial science is mostly... Now the fountain's broken and I can't... My friend... Well, there was Roberto. We had... I recently placed into the industrial science... You must be an...
I love how confident my guy is. He loves engineering.
I hear water running. Come see, it's beautiful. I'd provide compensation, but isn't the garden's beautification a reward in and of itself?
It is rewarding. I'll accept that.
Originally discovered on a single colony world, the purple-berry plant was subsequently spread throughout the colonies due to Auntie's choices poorly regulated. Naturally, it was due to Spacer's choice, which somehow
TBH just for fun. Seems no purpose.
of discharges this document.
Bunch of dweebs.
Did you know around 1,000 species of bacteria live on human skin? A fascinating, if not relevant, bit of trivia, wouldn't you agree? And prodding me was intended to elicit, at any rate, I am quite conscious, merely waiting. I can assure you that of my numerous psychic afflictions, narcolepsy is not one of them. Sometime last year, I predetermined an occasion of momentous import would happen today, right here, at these very coordinates. Indeed you are. All figures have value in the universal equation. Leslie Beckett, Oracle Laureate, Seer Supreme, leader of the Department of Predictive Analysis, and not terribly good at informal introductions, evidently. Forgive me if I don't shake hands. I prefer to keep my skin micro... But now, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the agent we've been expecting. I knew Lloyd... I don't suppose you've stumbled upon any of our excogitation chapels around Cloister by chance? Excogitation chapels are order residencies where one can meditate in solitude on specific theorems relating to the plan. They're scattered all around Cloister. Prior to the war, such focused study led to all manner of breakthroughs, with audio logs routinely kept by the scientician in residence. In these unprecedented times, such logs could harbor hidden wisdom. However, with the war on, I've sadly been unable to get my hands on the last of these recordings. All confidential, I'm afraid. Many are still under peer review. But I can assure you, oh no, I couldn't possibly. However, by my reckoning, the amount of logs to be collected is 4. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. How do you know about that? I mean, that is quite the allegation. I deny it effusively. As you have cleverly sussed out, Laplace's garden is the subject of an experiment into social conditioning, or curating, if you will. We have been administering a pharmaceutical to the population. It's odorless, harmless. Well, apart from the withdrawal, but I can assure you we have our best minds working on that little issue. Minor complication at worst. Irritation, paranoia, increased desire to gamble. Oddly enough, all manageable. We are increasingly operating with fewer resources, however, and most regrettably, we've had to eject more. In a plan-perfected universe, we would have ample time to wean participants off perspective before sending them out of the garden. But, alas, we do not live in that universe. Yet. Why in the world would we do that? A valid concern, but such hypothetical. At any rate, I have no interest in debating the ethics of this experiment with a layperson. Oh yes, I'm aware. Better to know the spy in our midst. Besides, Miss Doyle's harmless. And she serves the best convictions at the parlor, bar none. Has she now? Lad of skit. You should do as she asks. Get her that sample. This is an unparalleled opportunity to see the shape of subro. After collecting the sample, mix it with this liquid tracer. It'll make the drug functionally inert and allow us to track it wherever it shows up next. Not as such, not at the moment. However, let me put it this way. Any potential for I did not become the Oracle Laureate. Here, take this key. It will grant you access to water reconditioning, which you can find on the eastern side of the garden. You will also need this, don't we all? Nothing beyond what I already included in my 165-page summary of the incident. Why do you ask? I don't make a habit of speaking for the dead. Landon Wiley was afflicted by that which strickens all scholars, the desire to effect change, to advance the plan at any cost. Were his methods wrong? Unequivocally. Should he have come to me with his concerns? Undeniably. But was his conclusion categorically sound? That remains debatable. By the architect, no. The order needs less change, not more. I agree, but let's move on to other topics, please. All this fractious talk is giving me a stomachache and... Oh, I just got rid of the last one. Oh, the garden is a marvel, isn't it? A prime example of how this colony could function. Everything. My word, you should have seen the debate. And what a history it is. It was... Cloister has 2 things in abundance. Ice and geothermal power. Both made it the ideal location for the archive. And who's to say it... Do you think it mere coincidence the Order was ready to quit the Protectorate en masse the moment the invaders arrived? Seems statistically improbable. That's all I'll say. What other stray inquiries occupy your mind? Impossible, I'm afraid. The Protectorate is rather well entrenched at present, and nothing short of an all-out... If you're determined, I recommend consulting with the presiding bishop on the matter.
Where's that bloody water bullshit again? Nice, I got double XP for that door.
I hope you have good news for me. I knew I had the right person for the job. You've saved me quite the headache. Your reward, as promised. Aw, wondering if you'll ever see... I'll remain in the garden a little while longer, but it would be... But who knows? The plan mystifies even the greatest... If it isn't my favorite collaborator. No need to wait for permission. Ask them. I was assigned to the Order as a girl, but never really found my footing there. Then the schism happened, and everything went topsy-turvy. If I had to theorize, Sub Rosa must have seen me as their in to the Order. My left pinky feels a little... All jesting aside, no. If it isn't my favorite collaborator. And I'd like to offload some of this merchant.
I already got her good items.
Hey! Only security personnel. Lift access is currently restricted. Keep moving. At this time, residents of the Colossus Garden are not permitted beyond this point.
I'm beyond that. I'm a shadow in the dark. It's Baja Blast. Forbidden Baja Blast. Really, there's nothing down here? That would have been a good spot to put a cannon Borstwurst. Oh. Crispy! Oh, a place where you could just get to anyway, who cares?
You. I don't know who you are. But if you thought it... I have not the slightest theory as to how you bypassed our guards. But if it was through violence, be assured, it will be returned exponentially.
Exactly. Though, to be honest, I was thinking of filleting you, but it didn't seem worth...
I shall be the judge of her. There is a cultist-centric issue the Order needs resolved. I suspect you are capable of doing such. If you are not, I cannot trust...
If these cultists are suffering the same affliction of being traitorous curs as the others seem to be, then I look forward to killing them.
My task is this. A myriad of cultists have taken over the settlement of Newton, which is a nearby site of historical but not strategic significance. I want them... Once there was a bridge stretching from the settlement to the archive, but it was destroyed by a rift. Best keep your distance should you travel there.
As much as I'd welcome the bloodshed, it may be wise for me to avoid members of the Dawn until I get their treachery sorted.
From what I understand, Vicar Levin's continued existence is a mere side effect of... I'm pleased he does not lie among the ranks of the dead. But I will need a more tangible effort on your part to trust you. I'll withhold my appreciation until this task is complete. May you act within the equation's...
The Chamber of Conflict Evaluation and Strategic Planning is currently off limits to non-essential personnel.
Come back later without the Artificer Laureate's permission. The presiding bishop is not accepting visitors at this time.
Interesting. Just nothing.
Hello, stranger. Mercenary. Please, I do so dearly love residing in a nest of traitors, waiting for them to capitulate, unable to aid my fellows at home. It is truly a wonderful feeling. The console. In short, no. No, the Order must capitulate to the Sovereign. Only execution. All this is beyond my purview, I remind myself. I must remain focused on the Order. I've proudly served the Protectorate my whole life. Now look at it. Traitors from without, traitors from within. That consul. I never trusted that miserable bastard. His betrayal is so gaunt, but my hands quaver with age, and the Sovereign has tasked me with my own duty. I must see it to completion, but listen, you. The Protectorate does not do delegation. The Protectorate has a will that must be upheld. My presence here is a display of more faith. Niceties are irrelevant and likely detrimental to the task at hand. I am not just anyone. The duty of a liaison, though I suppose it a mite strange that this task fell to me, is which would now include the Protectorate at large. Madness. Slandering my beloved Sovereign. Following that feckless... I had reason to anyone who didn't side with the Sovereign will pay. Hate is an inaccurate... I am here. Unfortunately, my time here has...
It's weird. Don't like the Protectorate.
Agent, over here. Well, this is a welcome confluence of events. Why, without you, Gertie and I wouldn't be alive. And any hope of peace between the Order and Auntie's choice would be over. Dreadful, you know. Positively dreadful. How the peace talks were interrupted. I felt our two delegations were making real progress. While making our escape, we encountered one of the renegades of my Order, wounded and dying. He sought to unburden himself. He told us all about that terrible De Vries woman's plan, and theorized you must have stopped her. Well, I think that's what he said. There was quite a lot of gurgling. You have mine and Gertie's utmost gratitude for intervening. Had she succeeded in assassinating us, it would have terminated any hope for peace. Officially, not at present. Gertie and I have kept up communication through back channels in the hope that the discussions can be reconvened in due time. It is my earnest belief that this is the optimal course to chart for the Order, and for Arcadia. Though we could certainly use assistance from an outside force like yourself. Life-threatening situations have a way of verifying and validating key constants. Perhaps proof our two groups may still yet work together, if certain conditions were met. To begin, I believe you would need to put forth efforts in good faith with each of the two groups, earning the trust of both. Once you've worked your way up to meeting our respective leaders, you must convince them to consider joining forces. Caution is the sign of a rational mind, my friend. Would it help to know that I have the utmost faith in our bishop to convince Auntie of the error of her corporate ways? For one, having the allied might of their forces at your back when facing down the Protectorate. If you might consider an appeal to your better nature, ending the conflict between Auntie's choice and the Order would have untold... I predict...
I don't want anything pro Auntie's choice.
Welcome back, Agent. In what manner can I assist you? And how did she receive it? Indeed you are. A specimen of superb subterfuge. Pity the Department of Preemptive...
Please. They'd never make it past the initial evaluation. The 48-hour concurrent theoretical debate /mathalon/obstacle course /marksmanship challenge weeds out most.
Always did find that evaluation a little... immoderate. You made the right choice cooperating with the Order in this matter. Please accept this primer. It's a concoction of my own design. I foresee it being of great value to you. Yes, you already expressed as much. Well, I would not be a very good scientist if I kept my mind closed to other perspectives. Make your case, and I promise to listen. We would never allow that to happen. Perhaps I've kept myself from seeing how fraught this experiment truly is. Recent events have certainly... Even a desire for progress may sometimes divide one from their senses. You've given me much to consider.
Yay, I took out drugging the population. I'm a public health guy. I'm passionate about this shit IRL. Take the fluoride out of the water. I got some new fucking meds. So Breath of the Sovereign Gold is now outdated. Odor of the Ascendant Kilo. Oh, that's weak. It says it's incompatible with other products. I haven't used it yet. Let's see what happens. It says I need to talk to this bitch now.
I always find I work best when under... Now, how might we be of use to one another? I scarcely take time to engage in idle conversation. Who told you about that? Were there an experiment? The theoretical existence or non-existence of order experience. It's not nefarious. It's a waste of time. But fine. Laplace's garden was built as a scholar's utopia, with this drug perspective as its regulating reagent. One would think that an organization at active war would have more pressing responsibilities than a scholar's paradise. But surely, I'm only a pessimist. Specifically, a phlogistinated firearm, capable of tunneling through reinforced armor. Broadly, weaponry, research, Great. I was just thinking, I'd love for a stranger to come along and patronize me so I could blindly hand them experimental order technology. I have nothing but respect for Ruth. Without her guidance, the Order may never have found the strength to dissolve its protectorate bonds. If I had to dig for the smallest critique, I'd note that she shoulders too much. If she collapses beneath the strain, the Order... I generally prefer to keep discussions relevant.
A phlogistinated weapon. Why does it say I need to talk to her?
Let's pinpoint what you and I can accomplish for the Order.
Well, it looks like everything I can do is done here. Where am I even? Oh, I'm here. It's getting late. Let me take my sleepy time medicines. I take a magnesium. What is it? 3 in it. Yeah, magnesium L3 in it. You take 3 of them. 3 innates. And then you toss in some glycine. Both of these are, I believe, amino acid. And they really help with sleep. When I take these, I sleep straight through to the morning. I don't get groggy. Better than melatonin. I ran out of water, of course. Fuck. I want to do this one last quest and then call it. Lord, I've been struggling to edit this video. I've decided I'm splitting it up into multiple. My next video's on a Spanish island, and it's worth splitting into different videos because it's different towns. I was originally thinking I would just have one big episode for the island, but it's overwhelming. I've already edited like an hour of footage and I still have an hour and a half to go. It is fun, but it's a lot of work. Delicious. Delicious. Alright, now set destination. critters. Ursopods. Whoa. Architect's very glasses. High dollar.
Soldier, please assess your pain on a variable scale of 1 to 100. 1 entirely pain-free, and 100 being the worst pain you can imagine.
There is far too much variability in that scale. The amount of pain I can imagine is hardly an objective measure of the maximum amount of pain I could actually feel.
Your observation is correct, which is a diagnostic in its own right. Now, if you were to indicate, using a scale of 0.4 to 12.7, how close you are to going into shock?
Sadly, that scale is entirely beyond my current comprehension, thus leading me to believe—
There's little you could tell me I couldn't also tell you.
You appear to present a low probability of risk.
Hello, layperson.
Please don't invalidate my calculation.
Hey, that's fucking perspective.
Do you see these magnificent weapons? They have the greatest destructive potential the Protectorate can bring to bear.
Sorry to cut you off, but I'm encumbered with various concerns of the existential variety.
No reason to reason with you.
I have too much on my mind for idle numerical chit-chat.
They're just listening to some monk shit.
Another object, just gone.
Excuse me, I don't think you have the authorization. All the items we put into the rift, they've been reconstituted.
But in a state far different from their original configuration. Fascinating. Oh, damn it. Reverted to its previous state. It's open again. Quickly, record all the relevant data and take down your observations.
Really, none of these are lootable?
Reverted again! Infuriating! Hurry, assistant, activate the monitoring equipment and take readings. Again, it has reverted. Timing seems similar to the last one. Hurry, assistant, activate the monitoring equipment and take readings. Architect above. It seems to be using some kind of energy burst generated by a magnetic... That's quite ingenious. The rifts are unlike... Would you consider allowing me the opportunity to open the casing and... Thank you for the demo. It seems... Observe. Again, it has reverted. Timing seems similar to the last stage. It is that indicative of the properties of the rift or of the device?
There's no one in here.
Captain, I fear I have a confession to make. I have found being present on Cloister.
Oh no. Someone was looking at me.
Stand pat and return your ill-gotten goods.
Okay.
Internal records classify you a figure of...
Allow me, such an unproductive misuse of time. But glad my...
She dismissed him.
And how did you sleep? Decidedly horrible. If it was any colder, I'd be dead. And those Protectorate loudspeakers playing all night remind me of the pre-schism days. I've been hearing them in my
I'm looking for baseball cards, really.
Over here! You. I don't know you. But you, I do. It's good to see you, Asa. It's me, Severin. You know, I've never been to...
What is wrong with you?
No, let's just say I'm well lubricated. You tried the new Prestige gin? It helps when I... Yes, there are a bunch of sentinels.
Not before I mentally refresh your brain pan with my knife.
I didn't want to do this. I guess she summoned... I'm sorry, Asa.
I do not appreciate your mockery. This is a true...
No.
Take them into cover.
Vulnerabilities identified.
Shifting to a less exposed back in my sight.
Backing stand. Damage, then it's recharging first.
I can't believe the Exalted Leader sent Severin as bait. Not to mention betraying the Dawn to save her own life. What? Well, one, we do know that she was in league with the Sentinels, though.
We don't need to worry. I stole their access codes when I was younger, but never had the nerve or call to use them.
These buildings are cool.
Check your scope for combatant analysis.
Ice mantis. Okay, I need to call it. My sheepy factor has hit the maximum. Time for sheep. Good night, folks.